Hello, and welcome to this presentation of Parents' Rights in Special Education for Harrison School District 2. Special education is full of many terms such as IDEA, CDE, IEP, FAPE, SPED, FERPA. It's all a lot, but don't stress, we're going to go over all of those terms in this presentation. Remember that we are a team and we can do this together. And also remember, don't be afraid to ask questions. To start, let's look at decoding some of the acronyms that are found in special education. First, we have FAPE, or FAPE. This means a free and appropriate public education. Next is IDEA, or IDEA. This is the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. Next is an IEP, or Individualized Education Program or Plan. Last is FERPA, or FERPA. This is the Family, Education, Rights, and Privacy Act. There are many other acronyms found within special education, but we won't go over all of them in this presentation. Remember, if you ever have a question, don't be afraid to ask. So let's look at the rights of parents in special education defined by the Colorado Department of Education, or CDE. To start, let's look at prior written notice. Prior written notice must be given if there are any changes or initiations to identification, evaluation, educational placement, or provisions of FAPE. Prior written notice must describe action taken and not taken, describe reasoning, include statement of parents' rights, and include helpful resources. Written notice must use plain and understandable language and be provided in the native language of the parent. Next, let's look at parent consent. Parent consent means the parent is fully informed of all information, the parent fully understands all information, it's voluntary and revocable, and it's documented in writing. Efforts must be made by the school in order to obtain parent consent, including detailed records of all phone attempts, records of all correspondence, and records of all in-person visits. Next, let's look at FERPA, which provides the rights of confidentiality and access. Under FERPA, parents can and must be allowed access to their child's educational records. Teachers can access student data for educational purposes. In emergencies, health information can be shared, and other schools that a student plans to attend are allowed access. What is not okay includes discussing any student's personal information with anyone who does not need to know for educational purposes, including matters of opinion on student records, only facts, giving out educational information to third parties, or leaving records exposed, including leaving computer open unattended. Now let's look at parents' rights and IEPs. Parents can request an IEP assessment, participate and contribute to an IEP, list and discuss concerns with an IEP, request a new IEP meeting, and have an advocate or attorney present at an IEP meeting. Let's look at some other important rights that you should also know. Parents have the right to an independent educational evaluation, which means parents can obtain an evaluation of their student performed by a party outside of the school district. School districts must provide information on how to obtain this outside IEE. Parents have the right to file a state complaint, which means parents may file a state complaint regarding any violations of any state or federal education laws. For example, if a school failed to provide service hours outlined in an IEP. Parents may also file a due process complaint, which is any dispute within special education that is substantive or procedural. This could mean a school failing to provide prior written notice of an IEP meeting. We hope this presentation has been helpful in clearing up some of the common acronyms and the rights of parents found within special education. Remember that we are a team and together we can do this. And also remember, don't be afraid to ask questions. This has been a presentation of Parents' Rights in Special Education for Harrison School District 2.